everybody, it's Stephanie. Welcome back to my channel, and this is my best friend Mandy. I have talked about her on my channel. Hi!
Hey, I'm so excited to be here!
She is the other genius behind our comedy channel called Those Moms, which I've talked about a few times on this channel, and she and I have been laughing our heads off at like so many of our weight loss ventures, which we will in the future. I promised that I would be bringing her on here very soon and talking about our adventures doing P90X back in the day.
Oh, like the very first P90X. Yeah. It was before it was even good.
Yeah. And it was like an hour and a half to do the yoga.
And it was just like me and you and Tony.
Yeah, just Tony doing some gap leaps in your bedroom.
And some rock star jumps. I think that we have been actively trying to lose weight together since what, 10 years ago?
At least. So
Holy
we
cow.
are going to be on my channel more often. Mandy has an amazing channel that she has been working on called Iron Mandy. We'll leave links and stuff down below. But today we really want to talk about something very controversial that we know that there's a lot of buzz, and we're hoping that you can weigh in. And it is the ketogenic diet.
The keto diet.
Yes.
It's all over. I feel like it's kind of like the new fad. Like it's replaced paleo and Atkins. It's like the new fad.
Yeah. So I learned about keto and was doing a modified version of keto like 3 years ago before I had CC, and I called it low carb, high fat. And
is this when you were drinking all the coconut oil and
yeah, and people are like, why are you drinking coconut oil and butter and like that? I was like super crazy. And then some of my people in my little tribe started trying it, and they're like, oh cool, I'm like losing weight. And I'm like, I know, it's not that crazy. And I'm sure you already know what the keto diet is. It's where it's not necessarily about what you eat, it's about what you don't eat. So you're not eating carbs, but honestly, in my opinion, it doesn't really matter if you're eating fat or protein. The important thing is that you're limiting your carbohydrate intake so that you don't spike your insulin. And if you don't know what insulin does in relationship to weight loss, then I'm sorry, you're going to have to go take like a college class, because you will seriously earn college credit if I explain it to you right now. It's so scientific.
And
just know that insulin is bad.
The ketogenic diet was basically made for epileptics, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Like in the 20s, I think.
Yeah.
So we all pretty much know about keto and low carb, and most of us, if we've tried to lose weight, have probably dabbled in that at some point. But my husband saw the movie The Magic Pill. No, he didn't even see it. His coworker saw it. He got really excited about it, which I didn't think would ever happen. And he's like, I'm going to do keto. And I'm like, good luck. And he has been doing it since last Wednesday, except for we follow the Dr. Berg version. I say we follow, like we've been doing it for more than 5 days.
Wow.
There's versions, and it's 50 grams of carbs or less. And that's what we're doing. I'm still tracking my Weight Watchers. But this is what I want to talk about. And Mandy, I want to know what you think about this. I just feel like that's a lot of animal products.
So there's a few reasons why I have not, because I have a lot of friends who do keto, why I just cannot bring myself to go down that road.
Yeah, let's hear it.
I've been on like a massive weight loss journey. I've lost 25 pounds.
Oh my gosh. Round of applause.
Thank you. It was really hard, but I'm so glad I did it. It turned out to be like one of the smartest things I could have ever done. But
dude, when you put your mind to it, you drop weight so fast.
I can drop weight pretty fast. So a few things about keto that I don't like.
Okay, let's hear it.
I don't understand, and maybe some of these keto people can explain it to me. I don't know. I don't understand how people are consuming a proper amount of nutrients. Number one.
I agree.
It's like, okay, so we receive a lot of our vitamins and nutrients from fruits and vegetables. And I don't know if I can be a fan of any diet that promotes like that level of restriction. Like, cause it's not like you're restricting like salty food or anything like that. It restricts the amount of fruits and vegetables that you consume. And I'm like, okay, if you're on a diet that's restricting vegetables, like, over a period of time that you're going to become relatively vitamin deficient. I don't know if these people are taking some kind of like superhuman superfood vitamin, but there's got to be some impact on your health, especially if people are trying to do this like long haul, right? Like if it's not just a flash in the pan to lose a little bit of weight, like if somebody's really trying to push this to like 3-4 years down the line, what kind of impact are you really going to have on your body? Like I shudder when I think about the level of people's cholesterol. Like that alone has got to just be sky high because you're consuming so many animal products, like so many.
Yes. And you hit on something that is exactly like you hit the nail on the head when you were like, you're restricting foods that are like loaded with nutrients, berries loaded with nutrients. There are so many plants that are loaded with nutrients. And if you are consuming something like butter or oil that is just a macronutrient, maybe there's something nutritious about it because yes, your body can technically run on those ketone bodies or whatever.
Right.
But if you're restricting to a point where you are saying it is, those foods are now unhealthy. I will not eat fruit. I will not eat an apple. I will not eat an orange. You know, how are you going to get those nutrients? I mean, vegetables are great, and I will say that you can get most everything from vegetables, but if you are to a point where you have to supplement your diet because of your restriction,
I think it's too
explain
far.
yourself.
Like, and I can get past the idea that like fat isn't the devil, and it's like we have this idea. I can get through these things,
and I can get through that spiking your insulin is bad.
I agree. I feel like, but I don't understand that. That's where the disconnect is for me. I'm like, okay, I feel like it's any diet to me that would restrict something that was like a nutritious, healthy thing for your body feels too extreme. And I just
too extreme.
And I can see people using this to lose weight, but
yeah, like as a tool,
is
like a short-term
term, surely that's going to have a pretty negative impact on your health over the long term.
And if your diet is to the point where in order for you to survive and your organs and everything to function properly, that you have to supplement, whether it's by taking an extra sodium or potassium or magnesium, or you're deficient in certain B vitamins.
Yeah, then you got to wonder, like, hey, is this person not really consuming a diet that they're...
How healthy really is
how healthy really is the diet? The other issue that I have with keto is this. So your brain essentially needs sugar to function and carbohydrates, right?
Well, so, that is debatable.
Well, it's debatable, but
I will say that is your body has to.
Whenever you go into ketosis, a lot of times you get like fog,
or extreme amounts of energy. I will say on the opposite, because I have been on the flip side. After a while, I do feel tons of mental clarity, like way more than when I'm eating sugar and grains. And so I can vouch. See, I'm going to play a little bit of the devil's advocate. I can totally vouch that when I eliminate sugar and I eliminate grains and I'm focusing on high fats, because it's true that your liver can assimilate certain kinds of fats almost immediately. You consume it and it is available for energy. And that you can find all sorts of scientific evidence that in the absence of glucose, when you consume certain kinds of fats, particularly MCT medium chain triglyceride fats, that your liver immediately turns it into available energy for your brain and your body to use. So I do feel very clear. I do feel very energetic.
So, I have celiacs, right? Yes. Like, that I don't consume any grains really.
Yeah.
The only thing I would say that I do consume that isn't like kosher with this diet is probably potatoes. I'm guessing that this is a non-potato diet. Okay.
Yeah, unless you want your 20 grams of carbs to be from potatoes, which should be like a tablespoon, and then no veggies. I'm sorry, I totally cut you off, by the way, on the brain thing, because I got off on the tangent that your brain doesn't technically need glucose.
When I restrict carbs to this degree, I feel like I experience a pretty heavy brain fog.
And you may not if you increase your fat. I don't know if you've ever tried increasing your fat.
I get nervous because whenever I look at the amount of fat a person is consuming, my immediate thought is like, what's their cholesterol level?
Right. So
I can't get past it. Like in my mind, I'm like, so my concern is this, like, if you're wanting to shed pounds really fast and you're wanting to lose weight and your intent is to lose size and weight, then I can see how a ketogenic diet would super like support that. But the issue is because it's so new, I'm like, what's happening to people's bodies down the line?
Like 30 years later?
Like 30 years later, is this becoming something that is going to destroy your heart, your liver, who knows, you know? And the concern I have about it is it just doesn't feel sustainable. And I am against extremism in dieting in every capacity, because I feel like it leads to this odd emotional attachment to the diet and not to being healthy, right? Like if the intent is to be your best, be your most healthy, take care of your organs, increase your longevity in life, I think keto could support weight loss, but I don't really see it like transitioning well into like a lifestyle for the rest of your life. And again, that depends on the person. I think there are nutritionists and I think there are experts that do keto really well. And they watch their nutrients and they watch their intake. But my concern is you get a lot of people who don't really know a ton about it and they want to do it because they want to lose weight, and they're unknowingly causing some damage to their body. Yeah.
They're like eating like beef sticks and like Slim Jims because it's like low carb or like
ham. And I have seen for real ketogenic channels on YouTube that promote what I would consider to be like an incredibly unhealthy amount of meat. Like it is like all red meat,
and it's like
all 3 meals,
no boundaries.
It's like these people are having steak, eggs, bacon, sausage, all for breakfast, and that's followed by a lunch of like more red meat, more bacon, more stuff. And I'm like, surely nobody can logically say that that is good for your body. I don't get this.
And I want to touch on 2 things that you said that I really like, that eventually over time that I think that it can be a little bit dangerous, that some people can become like obsessively attached to this idea.
I mean, there's like people counting like microcarbs. Like they're not even counting a carb. It's like they count their microcarbs. And
it's like, my God. And I think that when anybody does any sort of a diet, it's like the disequalizer, you know, like, well, I count carbs. Well, I'm paleo. Well, I don't eat sugar. Well, I don't do this. And it's a way to like elevate themselves. And I think that sometimes when people are able to achieve like the perfect diet, whether it's keto or vegan or whatever, that sometimes, like you said, it becomes this like badge of honor, like I can do keto.
I have people come on
count my carbs.
Yes,
I can do vegan.
It's like it becomes a form of identity. I have people come on my page, you know, after I've lost 25 pounds totally naturally, and be upset and disappointed that I didn't do it using keto. It's like, oh, well, you lost all this weight. Like, well, you could have lost even more if you'd done keto, or you should really transition over to keto. And it's like, look, there's more than one way to like skin a cat, ladies and gentlemen.
There is. I know, random thought. And I also want to say, because there are so many people who are able to do keto and eat way more vegetables than the standard American who might have like romaine or like iceberg lettuce on their cheeseburger, you know, it's like they're eating tons and tons of greens and plants and vegetables. And to that I say, well, why start to limit your plant foods? Like, can't you enjoy all things in moderation? Like,
that's what I think too.
Carbs are less, and I'm making a huge salad with zucchini, with carrots, with red onions, with spinach, kale, and I'm having some blueberries, and I'm having a little bit of watermelon, and I think that is great.
Well, and Steph, it's to the point where I'm literally going to make a video called "Why I'm Not Doing Keto," because
I can't wait to watch it. Hi, Simon.
I have people ask me about it all the time, and I'm like, you know what? There's other options, you know, and I feel like people have to do what works for their body, and I'm a big believer in like a plant-based diet. That is how I feel.
That is my next video that I'm going to make, and I wish that we had a little bit more time, but my computer's about to die, so I think we're going to wrap this up. But Mandy and I do plan to get on and talk about things, you know, talk about what we see on YouTube and everything, and I think it's going to be a really fun place for us to just come and chat. And this is not a place to spark heated arguments or debates or make anybody feel bad about what they are doing. These are just our opinions. We are just 2 random people in rural Idaho we know nothing. We mean nothing. Like, we love to say, like, I'm offended by something that, you know, I never bought or tried, or I don't, like, I'm offending you and you don't know me. You know, like, this is not the point of these types of videos, but we do want to just have a conversation and see what you think. And so one of the things that I am like seriously looking into is a plant-based ketogenic diet. Not that I will ever go vegan,
I didn't even know that was
the
a thing.
foundation.
I've never seen a plant-based keto. Never seen a plant-based keto.
Like amazing. So instead of eating like your fat in the form of like olive oil, it's like you eat the avocado because that's still a whole food. Oil does occur naturally, you know, out in nature, but you have to like.
I don't like avocados.
Do you know what I mean?
I'm like the one person who doesn't like them.
Like nuts, seeds, avocados. Oh, I love avocados, but you know, just the plant-based, the whole food. And so I'm because my doctors, the reason that I'm looking into this is because all of my doctors have said to reduce your risk of diabetes and cancer and heart disease, plant-based diets have been proven over the test of time to those diseases. And so that's why I'm interested. So my camera is about to die. So Mandy, let's wrap this up. Mandy, thank you so much. Tell everybody where they can find you on YouTube.
So my channel is called Iron Mandy. You can hop over there and subscribe. I just started, if you can believe it. I've been recording for a little while, this whole weight loss journey, but I actually just started posting on YouTube. So I'm really excited to kind of get to know everybody, to hear your thoughts about keto, to get to talk with Stephanie about this, because we like talking about it. We've been talking about it for 10 years.
I know, all the time, and I have the best subscribers, and I love having my YouTube channel, which is why I wanted to bring Mandy on board to start doing some videos together, because it's way more fun when you have like your girlfriend.
It's true, and you know what, guys? I'm flexible, so if you have something to say about how I feel about it, come on and change my mind.
Yeah, change our minds, all right? All right. So with that said, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, Mandy's channel, and of course our Those Moms channel, little plug right there, and look forward to our videos. We're going to be posting these every single week. So if there's a topic that you want us to talk about, debate about, disagree about, agree about, whatever, leave it down below in the comments. And thank you so much for watching, and we will see you guys next week. Bye. Bye.